Hi, my dear students. Let's start Unit 2. Its title is It's My Favorite Subject. Lesson 1. Let's read the dialogue together. Do we have an English lesson tomorrow? Yes, it's after Arabic. Thanks. What's your favorite subject? I like math. Tuesday is my favorite day because we have two math lessons. What's your favorite subject? I think my favorite subjects are social studies and science. What is your favorite subject? What subjects do you study? We have here new vocabulary. For example, Arabic, art, English, computer studies, drama, home economics, music, religion, social studies. Ways to tell the time. What time does the school start? What time does the school finish? Here we have two ways to tell the time. For example, it starts at 8 o'clock. It starts at quarter past 8 or 8:15. It finishes at half past 2 or 2:30. It finishes at 20 to 3 or 2:40. Read and correct. We will be late. It's quarter to 7. The correct answer here is T-O, not T-double-O. Listen to, let's read together. Daily life around the world. I'm Akiyu. I live in Nairobi, in Kenya. This is a typical day for me. On school days, I get up at 6:30. I usually have breakfast with my family. My school is far away, so we never walk there. My mom and dad drive us there. It always takes a long time because the roads are busy. When we hear the bell at 8 o'clock, we go to the school hall. We have 4 lessons, then it is break. I usually talk with my friends in the playground, but sometimes we go to the library to read books. After break, we have more lessons. We have lunch at 12:30. School finishes at 4 o'clock. When I get home, I have something to eat. Then I always do my homework. My mother and I usually watch TV before we go to bed at about 8:30. I have a busy day. Here we have new vocabulary. For example, typical, bell, hall, playground, library, how often, do homework, get home, get to, help in the home. Workbook page 18. Complete the sentences with these words. playground, bill, library, typical. Number 1. At break, I play games with my friends in the playground. Number 2. For homework, we often read books from the library. Number 3. On a typical weekend, I visit my grandmother. Number 4. We know it's time for the next lesson when we hear the bell. Adverbs of frequency, like always, usually, often, sometimes, never. We use adverbs of frequency before the main verbs. For example, Akio never plays basketball. They always help in home. The question word here, when we ask about adverbs of frequency, we use the question word how often. For example, how often does Akio go to the library at break? She always goes to the library at break. Read and correct the underlined words. Letter A, Akio never play basketball. The correct answer here is Akio never plays basketball. Letter B, Yaro reads often English books. The correct answer here is Yaro often reads English books. Letter C, they usually watches TV before they go to bed. The correct answer here, they usually watch TV before they go to bed. Letter D, how many does she walk to school? She never walks to school. The correct answer here is how often does she walk to school? She never walks to school. Lesson 3. Possessive. We use possessive with singular form by adding apostrophe s for the singular nouns. For example, it's the girl's book. It's Salma's book. It's the teacher's pen. But when we use possessive with the plural form, we add only apostrophe for plural nouns which end with s. For example, the girls' names are Judy and Ola. When the nouns are two names of two people, we add only apostrophe s at the end of the second name, or we add apostrophe s for each name. For example, this is Judy and Ola's picture, or this is Judy's and Ola's picture. Another example, this is the teacher's room. The question word here, when we ask about possessive, we use whose. For example, whose pencil case is this? It's Noha's. Read and correct the underlined words. Number 1. It's Huda notebook. The correct answer here is it's Huda's. Number 2. It's Fadi jacket. The correct answer here is it's Fadi's. Number 3. These are the boys' football shirts. The correct answer here is by adding apostrophe to s. Number 4. In this box, these are girls' t-shirts. The correct answer here is by adding apostrophe to s. Number 5. Whose shoes are these? They are Ali. The correct answer here is they are Ali's. Number 6. Whose cap is this? It is Dina. The correct answer here is Dina's. Number 7. Magdi bag is blue. The correct answer here is Magdi's bag. Number 8. Manal bag is yellow. The correct answer here is Manel's bag is yellow. Number 9, that's not the children's notebook, it's the teacher. The correct answer here is it is the teachers. That is number 10, that is not Mr. Abdelaziz's bowl, it's the children's bowl. The correct answer here it is the children's bowl. Number 11, why bag is this? It's Magdi's. The correct answer here is whose bag is this? It is Magdi's. Lesson 4 and 5. Let's read together. How do they go to school? In some countries, children live a long way from their school. They don't go to school by car, by bus or train. Number 1, every morning children from this village in Egypt cycle to school. It is a cheap and healthy way to travel. They can always arrive on time. Number 2, these children live next to Lake Banyoni in Uganda. Their school is on the other side of the lake, so they don't walk to school. They go in a canoe. The canoe takes the children to school and home again every day. Number 3, this boy lives in the USA. In winter, there is a lot of snow. The children travel to school on a snowmobile. Here we have new vocabulary. For example, cycle to, in a canoe, on a snowmobile, Uganda, arrive in, arrive at, on time. Lesson 6. Let's read together. A day in my life. Amira is from Egypt. I'm 12 years old and I am from Hurghada. This year I am in preparatory 1 at school. My favorite subjects are science, computer studies, and math. We have science and math in the first lesson every day, but we only have computer studies on Wednesday. I like music too, but I'm not very good at it. I sometimes read or watch TV. I always do my homework before I have dinner. After dinner, I usually have a shower and read my book in bed. What time do you wake up and go to bed? Here we have new vocabulary. For example, preparatory, project, daily life, at the end of, at the weekend, on the bus, around the world, in the first lesson, read in bed, good for. Language notes. We can say by car, by taxi, by bus, etc. But we say on the bus, on a snowmobile, in a canoe, in his car, in the taxi. Complete the sentences with at, in, or on. Number 1, we arrived in Luxor 2 days ago. Number 2, Ali usually arrives at school 7:15. Number 3, I arrived in Uganda last week. Number 4, in winter the children arrive in the city. Number 5, when does the train arrive at? Number 6, they go in a canoe. Number 7, that children travel to school on a snowmobile.